What's up, everybody? It is May 24th, 2024, Friday afternoon, and I'm just closing out the week with a quick little update. So I know I didn't update yesterday. That's because there wasn't a ton going on. We had some crazy winds in the morning and some crazier winds in the afternoon, and so we were kind of grounded. I wasn't able to get a plane early in the morning. There's just things you roll with at this point. So, but Bonnie and I went through my assessment of the pre-solo exam. So if you don't know, and why would you? I didn't either. You have to take like this 11-page written exam before you can get the endorsement from your CFI, certified flight instructor, in my case, one Bonnie McCoy, who is the cat's meow. And you got to go through the answers and make sure that there's not any questions. And it is open book, so it's not like another FAA written exam like I had to do at the beginning. But we went through it. It was actually really informational. There were some things that I'm just like, wow, I can't believe how far I've come in the last like 4 to 6 weeks studying for the the written and then going through actually all the flying. And then you go back to like book work. I know you still have been doing a lot of book work, Michael, but you know what you're talking about. Anyways, that went great, and got that endorsement signed off, which was awesome. And then we had the pleasure of going to a meeting consisting of the people who run the airport. They have official titles that I didn't just use. And also FAA employees that are also the air traffic controllers. These people are incredible. I mean, have you ever heard them talk in like direct planes around? Is there a more stressful job? Methinks not, especially when I'm one of the ones in the air. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it was actually kind of funny at the beginning. I sat in the front row. They had a panel up front of the people running the meeting, and there was a gal sitting there, and I heard her talk to the person to her right or left. I don't really remember. It doesn't matter. And I go, "Can I ask you a really weird question?" Which, if you know me, not that weird. I ask them all the time. And she says, "Yeah, sure." I go, "Are you one of the controllers?" And she goes, "Yeah." I go, "You talk really fast." I noticed her voice enough to be like, she's the one I want to just try to slow down. And her name is Jamie, and she's incredible. She spent her entire career from like 15 on getting her pilot's license and flying commercially and doing everything under the sun. And I don't know how you do all the fun stuff and then want to be an air traffic controller. And no disrespect to air traffic controllers, maybe it is fun for you. It's stressful for me. But at any rate, it was super cool just to kind of put some faces with some voices and realize, yeah, this isn't the 1950s. They're not all up there in their like angry big horn rimmed glasses, smoking with their white shirts and their black ties, just being angry at the world. I'm having memories of like Airplane the movie. They were not angry. They actually had a lot of fun going on there. If you haven't seen the movie, go see it. And so that was just kind of awesome. And I was able to ask some questions at the end. I did learn that Centennial was not only the number one busiest general aviation airport in the nation in 2023. We're ranked like I work there. 17th or 18th. I should know that number, but it's there in the nation for all airports. That means we have more daily operations than, let's say, I don't know, Washington Dulles or Minneapolis, Salt Lake City. Some of these like relatively big Class Charlie and Class Bravo airspaces. And here we are, our little 4-mile radius airport, just tucked up so neatly under Denver's Class B Bravo airspace. Like it's some landlord looking over us to make sure we're okay. They're not doing that. They're like, steer clear of Bravo. You don't belong here, little guy. Felt like Nemo for a second here later. But yeah, that was awesome. It was really good. And so anyways, today we got up in the morning and I was able to go up for a phase check ride. That's maybe not the official word, but that is what my new friend Bill Dunn wrote. Pre-solo phase check. Nope, it's not what he said at all. Which is basically just another instructor. He's actually the one that instructed my instructor on a lot of her training. And so just going up with a different instructor, if you are doing this with me, highly encourage. And not that your current instructor isn't awesome. She is. But it's cool just to see somebody else kind of how they do it differently. Some of the tips that he had for me. It was easy to stay super humble. He was very sweet at the beginning, goes, don't be nervous. I'm like, I think I wear my emotions on my big red sleeves today, you guys. I was nervous, but we took off. We were able to do 3 touch and goes in the pattern at Centennial before they closed the pattern, because they closed the runway for a reason that I don't totally know, but it was closed for a few hours. So we then headed east and tried to get in to do touch and goes at Spaceport, which you've heard me talk about. They were closed too. And so then Bill and I just went out to the practice area, and we did some slow flight. We did some emergency like engine fail maneuvers. What else did we do? It was a crazy day, but what I really appreciated was like the tiny little nuances that somebody who's been doing it a lot longer than me and Bonnie, that like just little stuff. I'm like, oh, little nuggets, little pearls of wisdom. And I'm just like, store it. As easy as, I didn't know I could connect my actual iPad to the transponder via Bluetooth. We're using either like my hotspot. I mean, that's maybe embarrassing for you watching this. That are like, oh, Mike, you're so pretty. But it was an eye-opening experience. We landed, we did our debrief. There were some things I need to work on. I need to work on using more rudder when I'm turning. I need to work on keeping my heading when I'm heading somewhere. And I need to work on crosswind landings where I have to dip my wing into the wind side, rudder the other direction, make sure my wind side rear tire touches the earth first, and then the other one, and then the nose. You guys, it all goes so fast. And then as I said a few videos ago, it is kind of starting to slow down. So as much as just normal, smooth, slight, landings with the wind in your face, which is what you want, I'm hoping this slows down too. Because I've seen Bill land like this in a 182 a few weeks ago. He's just like, here's what you do. And then he goes and does it like smooth as something smooth, like creamy peanut butter with chocolate. Okay. Anyway, so I went up this afternoon with Bonnie, and we were unable to do any touch and goes at Centennial, which was fine. So we made it over to Spaceport, and we did what's called the Bill drill. And I'll probably post a video of it because I haven't figured out how to put this with the video. And it's, 7.5 minutes in. There's nobody watching this anymore. Post below if you're watching this right now. I dare you. Anyways, the Bill drill is essentially where you come in for landing, and instead of landing, you set your crosswind corrections and you try to stay over the center line as close to the earth as you can, otherwise known as the runway, and you use power to not touch down and to see how far across you can go maintaining the center line. And it was actually ridiculously helpful in my little pea brain around, okay, I just picture myself going, you're pointing this way. Now pretend the earth is here, dip the wing because you're already dipped, rudder is there. If the earth had been there, that's how it would have landed. So that was super helpful. It was busy over there today though. Woo. And as I think about the conversation from before about doing this all at Centennial, I'm going to be able to do okay at most other airports because this is busy, busy. So let's see what else. Anything else? We came back and we had an interesting approach to runway 28 back at Centennial, but it came in, the winds died down. I greased that sucker. Yeah, I was a little left to center still, and I had to land and then right rudder again because apparently my right leg is not as strong as it needs to be. But we got out, we got done 3.9 hours for the week, 54.8 hours cumulative. And by golly, I might take a couple days off here. So if you don't hear from me in a while, don't worry about it. All is well and good. So thanks for sticking around. Subscribe, comment, and I don't know, just have a really awesome Memorial Day. Thinking about all those people that sacrificed mightily to give us the chance to have the nation we have despite all of its flaws. I still can't find a better place to move, or I'd maybe go. No, not like that. Okay, under 10 minutes. Whew. Love you guys. Talk soon.